Hello students. Today we are going to discuss next important topic prescribed into your syllabus by Punjab University Chandigarh. Students, the topic which we are going to discuss today is miscommunication and how does it happen? I repeat the topic. Miscommunication, how does it happen? So let us begin with this topic. First of all, I would give you a brief introduction, or I would like to tell you the meaning of miscommunication. Students, miscommunication is a failure to get a message across or lack of clear communication. Miscommunication means failure to get a message across or lack of clear communication. When you leave a message for someone and it doesn't get recorded properly, this is an example of a miscommunication. When a person sends his message to another person, but that message doesn't get recorded properly, then that is an example of miscommunication. Next, how does miscommunication happen? How does miscommunication happen? Means what are the reasons of miscommunication? Let us we learn how dangerous miscommunication can be. It is properly very difficult to pinpoint the exact reason for miscommunication. But when it does happen in an organization leading to mishaps, a blame game results mostly. Managers who have the guts to own up. In reality, very few do take the blame upon their shoulders. Whereas, in most of the cases, the blame is passed to the weakest link in the entire chain or the junior most colleague in the entire team. This is a knee jerk reaction. Students, sometimes whenever the miscommunication happens in any organization or in any company, what happens that the managers who have the guts to own up or to take responsibility upon themselves, they take the blame of miscommunication upon their own shoulders, whereas in most of the cases the blame is passed to the weakest link or the inferiors in position in that organization or country or company. This is a knee jerk reaction. Let us understand the multiple factors because of which miscommunication occurs. A quick analysis will, however, point out the fact that miscommunication mostly stems from multiple factors. So, we will next discuss the reasons which are responsible for miscommunication. First of all, there is the feeling that we have communicated enough. First reason for miscommunication is feeling that we have communicated enough. The first rule of communication is that nothing is enough. First rule of communication is that nothing is enough. It is very difficult to say what is sufficient because there are usually many people involved in communication, and the barriers and filters make it more difficult. Very difficult to say what is sufficient when we when we try to communicate our message to another person or employee in the company. It is very difficult to say what is sufficient because there are usually many people who are involved in communication, and the barriers and filters make the communication more difficult. The chances of the meaning getting lost are high, and you need to constantly communicate to update and improve. The chances of the meaning getting lost are high. Whenever a person or any employee tries to send his message to another employee in any company or organization, there are the chances of the meaning of that message getting lost, and you need to constantly communicate to update and improve. Leaders and managers, particularly, need to keep this in mind. The more you communicate, the less the chances of miscommunication. So, whenever you try to send your message or whenever you try to convey your message to another employee in any organization or company, you need to communicate more and more, because the less the chances of miscommunication, because if you communicate more, there will be the less chances of miscommunication. So even if you have repeated something 100 times already, make sure you say it one more time, so that the chances of miscommunication are reduced. So if you have communicated any message for 100 times, make sure to say it one more time, so that the chances of miscommunication are reduced. Being tacit looks classy in a James Bond movie, but not in the workplace. Make sure that all the required aspects of a given issue are comprehensively addressed. So, whenever you try to convey any message, convey it more and more time, so that the chances of miscommunication are less. So this is the very first reason of miscommunication, that is the feeling that we have communicated enough. Second reason for miscommunication is negative work environment. You may be a person from the old school of thought who believes that familiarity breeds contempt. However, if your team members do not communicate with one another, you can rest assured that your team is suffering from serious disorders of negativism. You may be a person from the old school of thought who believes that familiarity breeds contempt. Contempt means hatred. However, if your team members do not communicate with one another, you can rest assured that your team is suffering from serious disorders of negativism. Further issues such as favoritism, poor feedback, criticism, and closed door policy promote an environment where miscommunication will surely happen. So these are the reasons for miscommunication, like issues such as favoritism, poor feedback regarding any message, criticism, closed door policy. All these are elements which are responsible for miscommunication. Hierarchical structures also result in miscommunication. Information has to pass through several channels that can change, distort, or block a message altogether. If you go to your manager to discuss an issue, and every time you step in, she has a frown on his face, you would rather prefer to stay away from him or her. So this is an example of miscommunication, that if you go to your manager in any company or organization to discuss your issue, and whenever you go to your manager, If he or she has a frown on his face, you would rather prefer to stay away from him or her, from that manager. This would mean miscommunication at work. So, this is the second reason for miscommunication, that is negative work environment. Third point is choosing the wrong channel for delivery of the message. Choosing the wrong channel for delivery of the message. Messages are often sent using the wrong channels, and unless we are sure about the channels, we must not send our message. So, to send or convey our message, we should be sure about the channel, whether it is good to send our message. Messages often reach employees and customers through incorrect channels, and this increases the chances of miscommunication. So, if we use wrong channel to convey our message to the employees and customers, then this becomes the reason of miscommunication. For example, a long message intended for a group of people who sit with you on the same floor need not be sent through email, and a face to face talk would be much better medium. Here is an example, that if you work in any organization or in any company, then in spite of sending your message through email, you should use the channel of face to face talk. That would be much better medium to communicate with your with a large group of people who work in the same organization, company, or any office. It is possible that a mail may be unread or is misunderstood. Such unwanted scenarios can be avoided by the choice of correct medium, that is face to face communication. In this case, whenever we send message while working in the same office, it may be unread or is misunderstood. So, in spite of sending mail about any important message, we should use face to face talk. That would be much better medium of communication. Such unwanted scenarios can be avoided by the choice of correct medium, that is face to face communication in this case. So, this is the third reason. Next is perceptions. In some cases, we assume certain characteristics about the sender or the receiver of a message. In some cases, we assume certain characteristics about the sender or the receiver of a message, which leads to failure of the communication process. Perception plays a very key role. For example, we may feel that the person to whom we are speaking understands a subject, say net profit ratio, but in practice, she may not have a background in finance. So, even if you expect him or her to perform, she would not be able to do so, as she may not have understood the subject or the context. This is a very common cause of miscommunication. Perception. Whenever we start thinking about a person that he or she may understand the message sent by us because he has sufficient knowledge regarding that issue, then in such cases our perception becomes the cause of miscommunication. Next reason for miscommunication is lack of ownership and trust amongst employees. Lack of ownership and trust amongst employees. Often during heavy workload periods and owing to negative environments, employees try to pass the buck to one another. These tasks that are passed on are generally those that employees do not like to do. These tasks are either very manual or time consuming, or they may be ones that do not fall within these employees' purview. For example, the task of coordinating with the IT department to prepare a report on their contribution every week, collate it, and send it to the higher management. Even if the employees want to do this new task, it might come at a time when they are already overstretched and just cannot take any more work. In such situations, the supervisor concerned may try to assign the task to someone else, a junior employee, or another colleague. In such a chaotic situation, one may not know who is the source or receiver of the information concerned, leading to miscommunication. So, when a person tries to pass the task to another person in any office, company, or organization, it also becomes the reason of miscommunication because in such a situation, one may not know who is the source or receiver of the information concerned. That leads to miscommunication. When employees try to pass on work to one another, miscommunication happens and the work gets delayed, remains partly finished, or is not of proper quality. So, this is another reason of miscommunication. The last but not the least is the reason cross cultural issues. Today, the work environment has become multicultural, means wherever we work, whether we work in any office, company, or organization, there are the people or the employees from different cities or states. In the same office space, you are likely to share tables with people from different regions and countries. In some industries, you get to share space with your competing companies. The language, attitude, culture, and style of work vary, and this diversity may lead to miscommunication. So, cross cultural issues means that when we work in any company, there are the people from different regions and countries, and all those employees or people have different language, attitude, culture, and their style of work also varies. And this diversity may lead to miscommunication. For example, the way H is pronounced in Delhi is different from how it is pronounced in Chennai. And if you are speaking to your counterpart in Chennai, taking down his email address over phone, there could be miscommunication. So the people from different regions or different countries pronounce a word in different way. For example, consider a situation wherein two Indians, one from Punjab and the other from Chennai, find it difficult communicate, assuming that they are both poor in English. Now try to imagine the situation when two persons from different countries are interacting with each other because both have different mother languages. There could also be an informal overload, which means that the intended recipient has not got the message and there is miscommunication. Information overload can happen in situations when you are receiving a lot of message and dealing all of them at the same time. Complex messages may also be misunderstood and wrongly communicated, as happens with messages that have a lot of complicated information. For example, you are reading a technical report. the subject of which is relatively new to you, and you are supposed to discuss it with your team. As a result, there may be miscommunication. The situation just the situations just discussed are probably the most common reasons for miscommunication. There could, however, be other reasons such as conflicts, personal differences, and ego. Probably you will not be able to pinpoint the reasons for miscommunication, which can be triggered at any moment. So, there are different reasons like conflicts, personal differences, and ego. In spite of the reasons which have we have already discussed, miscommunication is difficult to control as it is necessary to possess a better understanding of the sender, receiver, and the context of communication to avoid it. So, students, all these are the reasons for miscommunication which we have discussed today. Tomorrow we will continue with our next lecture. Thank you. Thank you very much.